Oh, I don't. That's where I got everything from. Was from K-Prep. Huh. I was gonna say that's where I got everything from. Was K-Prep. So. I got everything. I get everything straight from K-Prep, so. But I also did. Yeah, but I also did our sheets on like Monday, so. So, right? As long as it's not a starter, I don't care. Actually, if it is a starter, we'll figure it out.
They're in the huddle like they're a starter.
Yep. Welcome back, everyone, on this Friday evening. Jesse Ray alongside Robbie Gibson as we get set for tonight's kickoff. Let's take a look at the starting lineups. First up for the Ellenwood Eagles offense, a quarterback will be number 6, a freshman, Drew Hines. One wide receiver will be number 7, Cody Zink. Fullback will be number 9, Aiden Ricker. Number 10, Nathan Ringwald will be the other wide receiver. At running back will be number 20, Colby Hines. Tight end will be number 42, Gage Hossman. One offensive lineman, the right guard will be number 51, Devin Johnson. The left guard will be number 53, Cole Petz. Left tackle will be number 55, Cameron Stevenson. The right tackle is number 6.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to tonight's football game between
number 74, Coy Hairsnape. Number 21, Chase Maxwell. The linebackers, this great group of linebackers for the Redmen. Number 4, Jake Kirchhoff. Number 5, Jake Sass. Number 66, Mason Tassell. For the secondary, it'll be number 3, Nate Hendrich. Number 2, Griffin Kugler. Number 34, Bentley Montgomery. And number 7, Jackson Pickney. For the Eagles defense, they will go at one linebacker. Number 3, Lane Klepper. Number 7, Cody Zink is a cornerback. Number 9, Aiden Ricker is a linebacker. Number 10, Nathan Ringwald is a cornerback. The safety will be number 11, Tyler Stolsatz. Number 20, Colby Hines is a linebacker. Number 42, Gage Hossman is a defensive end. The other defensive end will be number 63, Michael Demmett. Number 55 is Cameron Stevens. He'll be a defensive tackle. Cole Petz is the other defensive tackle. And then number 50, Alex Ortiz will be the nose guard. For the Redmond offense, the tight end, number 80, Nolan Lehman. Left tackle will be 65, Charlie Timmons. Left guard is Coy Hairsnape. The center is Colton Hairsnape. Right guard, Nathan Rabby. And the right tackle is Mason Tassell. The wide receivers is Griffin Kugler. The cornerback will be Nathan Yeager. The running backs, Nate Hendrich. Fullback, Jake Sass. And the other running back will be Chase Maxwell.
Number 6, Drew Hines.
Did you get who number 73 is?
I did get who 73 is. Jacob Kirchhoff.
All right, that's good to know. He plays a lot.
He does play a lot. I was hoping that he said who it was.
All right, so Jake going to be wearing number 73 instead of his usual number 4 tonight. As we await the opening kickoff here, Robbie, why don't you get your players to watch?
All righty, well, we're going to start with the home team here, the Ellenwood Eagles. We got to go with quarterback tonight, Drew Hines. He's a freshman starting against a tough Redmond team. He has to make sure that he has the time and can see the field to get the passes down, but then also has enough knowledge in the game to make sure that he can scramble when he does, because we've seen this Redmond defense time and time again throughout the years. They are quick off the ball. They like to get in the quarterback's face, and they'll bring it to the quarterback all night long. So Drew Hines, the guy to watch here for the Ellenwood Eagles tonight, to make sure that he can get out of trouble situations and be able to get something going for the Eagles here. Going over to the Redmond, we're going defense tonight. Went offense the last 2 weeks. Well, we're heading to the defense side tonight. Charlie Timmons, that defensive end, he has to get things going. He's kind of had a slow start to the season. I think tonight he can kind of get some momentum built up and get things going. He has, I think, like 8 or 9 tackles on the season from last week. 13.
He had 8 tackles alone last week. So
I knew I looked at that, but I couldn't remember exactly how. But that's what I'm going with is Charlie Timmons tonight here for the defensive end.
All right. As we get set for the kickoff, we're going to take a break for the national anthem. Get our station identification in there as well. So we'll be back after the national anthem. You're listening to Redmond Football on KQMA. Okay.
Use your best judgment.
Ellenwood tonight as, again, first time in a long time, if ever, the Redmen have been here in Ellenwood. They've only played 3 times since 1982. The Redmen won all 3 of those. They were all in the playoffs. Played in 1982, 2000, and 2001. So it's been a long time since these 2 teams have matched up, Robbie.
It has definitely been a few years since these 2 teams have matched up. And, well, I believe we should be in for a decent game here tonight. Got a good night for it. A little bit of wind here tonight, but nothing too awfully bad. Just got to watch out for see if little players start flying off due to mosquitoes taking them somewhere.
All right, it looks like we're getting set up for. See, I'd have figured out that it was Jacob Kickoff as soon as he went to kick.
Yeah, that would have been figured out real quick.
So
Kickoff, that they announced the starter, so we know who it was before we got to this point.
Kickoff kicks away for the Redmen. The Eagles pick it up at the 20, up to the 25, 30, and then a whole host of Redmen bring them down right at the 30-yard line. As that was Ricker on the return. So the Eagles start at their own 30-yard line with 11:49 left to go here in the first quarter. First play of the ball game for the Eagles is they actually gave him a little bit better spot. They gave him all the way up to the 31-yard line.
Before they shut the clock.
So 1st and 10 for the Ellenwood Eagles as they send. 1 to the left, 1 to the right. I formation behind the freshman quarterback. That is Drew Hines under center. He's going to hand it off and again be met in the backfield as Rabby there for the Redmen as the ball carrier was number 20 Colby Hines, the older brother of the young quarterback.
Colby Hines got the handoff, and he was met quickly by the host of Redmond. Just quickly got him wrapped up, didn't let him get anywhere, and just pulled him right to the ground.
Loss of 2 on the play, 2nd down and 12. Ball at the Eagle 29-yard line. As Hines brings him back out. 1 man to the left and 1 to the right. High formation. Ricker the fullback. Colby Hines the running back. Drew Hines will be under center. He has a Ringwald to the right of him. He has Zink to the left, and then we have a flag on the play.
It's going to be a false start by two different Eagles there. You had number 10, which is Ringwald, and then one of the linemen as well. Couldn't see his number as he was right in the middle. It was one of the guards there, I believe the right guard.
Looks like right guard is Devin Johnson, so looks like Hines comes over to get the play from Coach Nuss. So instead of 2nd down and 12, it's now 2nd down and 17 for the Eagles offense. So Redmond defense out there awaiting the Eagles to come up. Here they come. Again, Ringwald to the right. Zink to the left. I formation behind Hines. He's under center. Fumbles the snap, falls down, picks it up, and going to have a loss on the play. Well, now they say a fumble. Let's see what the official call is here, Robbie. I thought he was down when he picked up the ball, but looks like it will be a fumble, and it will be Redmond football as Tarek Kelch comes away with the football.
I don't know if Hines ever got fully control over it as he fell to the ground and then got hit by Redmond and kind of got laid on his back and could never get the ball, and the Redmond right there to jump on top of it. But either way, it wasn't a great snap to start with. Hines just couldn't get under control.
So 10:29 left to go in this first quarter. The Redmond, great starting field position. 1st and 10 at the Eagle 28-yard line. Here comes Nathan Yeager. He's got the wishbone set behind him with Hendrich, Sass, and Maxwell. Sass and Maxwell both going over 100 yards last week as they handed off to Sass. He's upended quickly. Nice tackle there by Ricker, but Sass able to get a little bit on the play. Looks like they'll mark him down to 26, so gain of 2, 2nd down and 8.
Pretty done the right thing on that one, just taking Sass's knees and just upending him, flipping over top of him.
So 2nd and 8 for the Redmond. They're already back on the ball. Wishbone set behind Yeager. Kugler split out to the right. There's the snap. They're going to hand this one off to Hendrich. Hendrich gets across the 25 up to the 24. Another gain of 2 for the Redmond. It'll be 3rd down and 6. As the Redmond quickly back on the ball already. Kugler split out to the right. Lehman to tight end on the left side. It is Sass, Hendrich, and Maxwell. The wishbone set behind Nathan Yeager. 9:38 left to go in the first quarter. We're scoreless here in Ellenwood. Yeager awaits the snap from Hairsnape. There it is. They're going to hand this one off to Maxwell off the left side. Maxwell's got a hole. He stiff arms one defender. Breaks through another tackle. Reaches across. Touchdown Redmond. Chase Maxwell from 26 yards out. And the Redmond strike first.
Chase Maxwell doing a good job following his blockers through the hole on that one. All of a sudden just hit one, cut to the backside on him all of a sudden, got through the tackle and walks into the end zone. Good job there by Maxwell following those blockers. Had a good hole to go through, and then his blockers just done the right thing and kept pushing backwards.
His first touchdown of the season comes with a 9:24 left to go here in the first quarter. We've been waiting to say that name as he struggled a little bit against Norton. Improved against Smith Center, and now first carry of the ball game, and he's in the end, or a little bit against Phillipsburg. got it going against Phillipsburg. As Lambert out the kick, it's up, and it is good. So Freddie adds an extra point, and the Redmond go up 7-0 with 9:24 left to go in the first quarter. You're listening to Redmond Football on KQMA.
And on www.usd237.com. Next Tech Channel 165 for those of you who have the Next Tech cable TV, and for those watching on YouTube on the Smith Center Redmen channel. Thank you for everyone who's participated in helping us out this year with contributions. If you'd like to contribute, you can send money to Smith Center Junior Senior High School, 300 Roger Barta Way, Smith Center, Kansas 66967, and we'll put your money to good use. Probably need to get a new headset because this one's getting kind of funky on me. I hope you saw the bug notice and brought your bug spray for all of you that showed up here.
For the Ellenwood Eagles,
it's
number
pretty
42,
wicked.
Gage Hossman. Number 10, Nathan Ringwald. Number 23, Matthew Cook. And number 7, Cody Zink.
Some of our sponsors this year is Jack and Arlene Ben. Thank you, Jack from Heaven. Ken and Diane Depperschmidt, Dan and Keisha Archer. Landmark CarQuest Implement up there on the highway. Jeffrey Charbonneau and Laura Hagman. Michael and Claudia Sue Hentz. Curtis and Terry Overmiller, Matt and Alicia Brown, and Midwest Family Health there in Smith Center, Phillipsburg.
Touchdown run by Chase Maxwell. Good kick here by Kickoff, as it is going to be Zink on the carry. He's going to be brought down at just across the 25-yard line, as again Zink on the carry, brought down by a couple different Redmen. I believe Hendrich, one of the first ones to hit him.
Hendrich did a great job on that one, as he was the first one down to hit him there, as he came down, faced his defender, gave him a shove, got off of him, and then just sat in the hole where all of a sudden Zink was coming through. So Hendrich doing a great job getting the right position to make that tackle.
1st and 10 for the Ellenwood Eagles. Ball at their own 26-yard line, as they went one play backwards, and then a penalty, and then the fumble on their last drive. So they're going to try to get some positive yards here in their second drive of the ball game, as Cody Zink goes out to the left. Well, Twins left, Twins right now, as Hines will stand in shotgun, sends a man in motion. Hines looks left, goes left, incomplete pass, and it will bring up 2nd down and 10.
It just looked like a little quick screen pass there, bubble screen pass. Hines just left a little short, put it in the turf. Otherwise, the Eagles did have a little bit set up over there, as they had a good block, but like I said, Hines just putting that ball a little short.
2nd down and 10 for the Ellenwood Eagles. First pass attempt of the game does go incomplete, as Drew Hines brings the play back in for the Ellenwood offense. 9-11 left to go here in the first quarter. The Center Redmond leads 7-0. So they're looking for win number 2 on the season. Zink out to the left. We have Twins to the right. That's Ricker and Ringwald. Twins to the left. Hines stands in a shotgun, sends a man in motion. So they're going to flip it out to Hines' older brother, and he's going to run into the back of his blocker and brought down by a couple different Redmen. Bentley Montgomery there. Also there is Mason Tassell and a couple others as well, but looked like Zink ran right into the back of his tight end, Hossman. No gain on the play. Going to bring up 3rd down and 10 for the Ellenwood Eagles.
Well, his tight end went up to block for him, and you got to hand it to, I'm not sure which Redmond it was, but he came in from the back, I think it was Montgomery, and just took on the front blocker, lead blocker, and blew them both backwards and knocked them both down. So great job coming up from that safety spot and delivering that hit.
Kelch heads to the sideline. Luke Franklin comes into the ballgame now for the Redmen. Trips to the left. One man to the right. Hines stands in shotgun. He looks left, rolls left, now looking to pass. He's going to be brought down to the backfield. Chase Maxwell with the sack for the Redmen, and he's going to bring down the freshman quarterback, as all of a sudden Chase just blew up that play, came out of nowhere off of his block, and planted the quarterback in the backfield.
Well, welcome to varsity football, said Maxwell now, and as like you said, he came off his block quick, right where Drew Hines was rolling, and just planted him in the backfield. So great play there by Chase Maxwell.
Kugler and Hendrich back deep to receive the punt for the Redmen. 7:35 and counting left to go in the first quarter. The Redmen lead 7-0 over the Ellenwood Eagles. The Eagles back to punt. Low snap. The Eagles going to try to fake it as Colton Hairsnake drags him down to the backfield at about the 10-yard line. So turnover on downs, and the Redmen are knocking on the door already, as Stoltzatz is the punter, and Colton Hairsnake grabbed a hold and threw him to the ground. So it'll be 1st and goal for the Redmen right at the 10-yard line. Looks like actually they spotted him at the 11, so we'll call it 1st and 10 at the 11.
Great job there by Hairsnake, getting back there quickly, getting wrapped up and throwing him down, as it was a bad snap. So he just tried to start running out to the side with it, maybe thinking that he had less time than he did, but he had all the time to get that punt off in the back.
So wishbone set behind behind Yeagers. They hand it off to Sass. Sass bowls forward dives across the 5. We'll see where they spot him, if they give him the 5 or if they're going to mark him up at the 4-yard line. Looks like right at the 5-yard line. The Redmen already back on the ball. 2nd down now for the Redmen. Call it gain of 6 on the play. 2nd down and 4. There's a snap to Yeager. Yeager hands it off. No, he's going to keep it himself around the right side. He's going to walk into the end zone. Redmond touchdown. Nathan Yeager from 5 yards out with 6:47 left to go in the first quarter. The Redmond make it 13-0.
Yeager with a good fake to Sass there. Started to act like he was going to fake it again, but just pulls it and flies out to the outside, runs into the end zone untouched. Great job and great read there by Yeager.
So Nathan Yeager on the board from 5 yards out. With 6:47 left to go here in the first quarter. And Freddie comes back out to kick the extra point for the Redmen. Kugler is the holder. Ball is up, and it is good. So Freddie makes it 14-0 with 6:47 left to go in the first quarter. The Redmen lead the Ellenwood Eagles. You're listening to Redmond football on KQMA.
And on www.usd37 Next Tech Channel 165 for those of you who have the Next Tech cable TV, and on Smith Center Redmen YouTube channel. If you want to find out what's going on in Lady Red and Redmen Kingdom, you can go to www.usd237.com and click on the quick links and go down to the athletic calendar. Lady Red traveling to Republic County tomorrow for a double quad. There'll be four teams in one gym, 4 teams in the other gym, but then there's no like final winner or anything like that because other limitations by Kansas State High School Athletic Association. On Tuesday, we'll be traveling down to Ellis. And on Thursday, cross country goes to Republic County. And junior high is at Smith Center for volleyball and for football. So come on out, enjoy some games. I think Smith Center is going to be in Smith Center next week. I'll check up later and find out who we're playing. Might be Oakley, I think. Or Ellis. Nope. Whoops.
Keene has to try to get around Nate Hendrich, and Hendrich says, not today, sir. Down at the 20. Great play there by Nate Hendrich.
Hendrich wasn't touched coming down that time. Didn't get blocked at all. Came down, sat down, let him try to make his move. Once he got about midway into his move, Hendrich planted his helmet right in his chest and drove back. So great job there by Hendrich, getting down the field in coverage and getting set to make sure that he couldn't get around to the edge.
So the Eagles start at their own 20-yard line, as it is Drew Hines heading into the huddle. He'll bring the play in for the Eagles, the freshman quarterback. Coach Nuss, high praise for this freshman, as they send Zink out to the left, Ringwald to the right. I formation behind Hines, as his older brother dots the I. There's a snap. They hand it off to the fullback. That's Ricker, and he's going to be brought down quickly as Rabbie and a Sass there for the Redmen.
Ricker got the handoff, hit the line, and that was it. As he was hit right at the line of scrimmage, they gave him no gain, as that was the progress that he made. It was right back to the line of scrimmage.
So second down and 10, 6:20 left to go in the first quarter. Stassel and Harrisnape head to the sidelines. Franklin comes back in. I believe Kelch came back in as well. Yep, there's number 20. So Kelch back in the ball game as well for the Redmond front. Colton Harrisnape, one defensive end. Charlie Timmons, the other. Rabbie and Kelch, the defensive tackles. Sass, along with Kickoff and Franklin, are the linebackers. So here comes that Ellenwood offense. I formation behind their freshman quarterback as he pump fakes. He's looking to pass. He's got some time now. He's going to try to run the ball and goes nowhere, as it was Nathan Rabbie again in the backfield.
He seen that he couldn't get the pass out where he wanted to, rolls out of there. Hines does, tries to get out to the outside. His problem is he's just pretty small compared to this Redmond line, and he didn't get anywhere once he hit one of those linemen.
As Nolan Lehman comes in at the defensive end. Luke Franklin heads out. Tassel comes back in. As let's see. Looks like Charlie Timmons heads to the sideline. Maxwell comes back in as well. 5:15 and counting left to go in this first quarter. The Smith Center Redmond lead 14-0. Third and 14 is what the Ellenwood Eagles face. Ball at their own 16-yard line. Zink to the left. Ringwald to the right. I formation behind Drew Hines. his older brother, dots the I. That's Colby Hines. As Hines under pressure again, escapes a couple, but he's going to be brought down in the backfield, as that is Luke Franklin bringing him down.
Franklin coming in from behind, staying on him. Got Hines' number 6 in his sights, didn't lose it, able to track him down and bring him down from behind.
And they're going to mark him all the way back at the 10-yard line, so another loss of 6. That'll bring a 4th down and 20 for the Ellenwood Eagles. Standing in his own end zone is going to be Stool Sats. He'll try to punt this ball away. Nice punt here, spiraling punt as Hendricks picks it up inside the 35. He's at the 30, cuts back 25, and he's finally going to be written down inside the 20-yard line, and a late flag coming in after the play, but a nice return by Nate Hendricks for the Redmen.
That flag's quite a ways away from the play as well, so I'm not sure what it's going to be, as it's probably a good 10, 15 yards away from the play, coming in on the opposite side of the field as well.
Block in the back on the Redmen. So will be Redmond football instead of inside the red zone at the 18. That'll push them back a little ways. Their first penalty of the ball game. 4:04 left to go in this first half, or in this first quarter. The Smith Center Redmond lead it 14-0 over the Ellenwood Eagles. The Redmond will start 1st and 10 at their Eagles 35-yard line. Their worst starting field position of this first quarter. They started at the 28, they started at the 11, now they start at the 35. Yeager brings the offense out with Kugler split out to the right. Lehman the tight end on the left side. Hendricks, Maxwell, and Sass, the wishbone set behind Yeager. There's the snap. They hand it off to Hendricks. Hendricks going to drag a Ellenwood player down to the 30-yard line, as that is Ricker bringing him down.
Ricker able to grab a hold of Hendricks' ankle and hold on for dear life. Just finally able to trip him up and get him to go down.
So the Redmen already back on the ball. 2nd down and 5 after the gain of 5 for Hendricks. 3:39 left to go in the first quarter. Smith Center leads 14-0. Yeager didn't like what he saw. Walked up to the line, said something to his lineman. Now they go off the right side. Yeager looking to pass for Kugler. Kugler's got the step, and he hauls it in. It's a 30-yard touchdown pass. Nathan Yeager to Griffin Kugler for the 3rd time this season. Those two hook up, and this time it's from 30 yards out.
Great read there by Yeager. I was kind of wondering if that was what he was doing, going to an audible, seeing that he had Kugler out there one-on-one. No one else out there to cover him. If Kugler can get the step, he can out-jump most people in the state in this classification anyways, and that's exactly what happened. Kugler got the step out to the outside. Yeager put a perfect pass into his numbers. Great play there by the Redmen to get into the end zone from 30 yards out.
So 3rd time that the junior quarterback has found his star senior wide receiver out there. All the preseason accolades for Griffin Kugler that any player would want. Griffin got them all, and he's showing why early here in this season as Freddie now puts that one up and through. Freddie 3 for 3 on his PATs.
You're exactly right. Kugler got every accolade that he really asked for to come into the season. Now he's out there trying to prove it. We don't talk about him much as he's normally a block out there, but he does a great job out there at that wide receiver spot.
21-0, 3:24 left to go in the first quarter. The Redmen lead by 3 touchdowns. We'll be back with more first quarter action right after this as you're listening to Redmond Football on KQMA.
Thanks for everybody who's watching on the internet. I hope you enjoy it. Marty Clark, you finally got it figured out, eh, boy? You know how the smart judges are. And Shay Nichols out there watching also. Thanks for everybody who's watching. I hope you're enjoying what you're seeing. Redmond going to be at home next week, I believe. And Lady Red will be at Ellis on Tuesday. And I believe that we are still going to Hoisington for that big Hoisington tournament the next Saturday. But, you know, that is Old Settlers Day, so come out and enjoy some Old Settlers Day. I'll be streaming the volleyball matches all day long, so hope you can come out and watch some volleyball if you're inclined to, or watch on your phone while you're watching the parade, whatever you can get by with. So go Redmen, go Lady Red.
Got the ball away for the Redmen. Again, 10-7 back for the Eagles. That is Zink and Ringwald. Lambert's kick goes to the 20, as that is Hossman that hauled it in.
Hossman called for the fair catch. Got it. Kind of a delayed whistle there by the ref. Started to take off, but he did call for that fair catch. The ref finally got it called down.
Right at their 20-yard line again. That's where they started the last drive. So the Eagle offense going to again start at their own 20-yard line. So we see Colton Hairsnape, Nathan Arabi, also Freddie Lambert out there on the defensive line. And it looks like Kickoff, Sass, and Tassell at the linebackers. Pickney, Kugler, Montgomery, and Nathan Yeager, the defensive backs. So we await the Eagle offense. Timmons, the other defensive end for the Redmen. Zink to the left. Ricker to the right. Twins to the right, I should say. Twins to the left. As Ricker goes in motion, right to left on your radio dial. Quick pass. They find Hossman. Hossman going to be brought down quickly. There's a flag on the play, so we'll see what the flag is all about.
That flag came in quickly, almost right at the snap of the ball, so maybe a false start. Not exactly sure.
Maybe he wasn't. Either he wasn't on the line or too many. I don't know. We'll see what it's all about here coming up. Because the forward judge threw it, so Tassell read it perfectly, though, as he was over there to make the play for the Redmond after a quick 1-yard gain. So Tassell not fooled by the play. It is on the Eagles. The Redmond going to decline it to bring up second down.
Not sure what that call was of legal procedure. Just heard over the intercom there. So legal procedure there by the Eagles. So I'm guessing one not on the line with that is what that would be.
So the Redmond declined the penalty. It's going to bring up second down and 9. So 1-yard gain there for the Eagles. Twins left, twins right. Hines stands in shotgun with his older brother behind him. They send Hossman in motion. High snap. And, it is Colby Hines falls on it, and he's brought down by a couple Redmen in the backfield.
High snap. Drew Hines went up to try to grab it, hit his fingertips. Colby able to land on it, but right as he's going to pick it up, 2 Redmen just shoot over his back and drop him down.
And now we have a timeout called by the Ellenwood Eagles. 2:23 left to go in the first quarter. The Smith Center Redmond lead 21-0. You're listening to Redmond football on KQMA.
And on www.usd237.com, Next Tech Channel 165, and that's the Center Redmen channel. Redmen showed up here really, really well here in Ellinwood. I borrowed some skeeter spray from one of the cheerleaders, and so that worked out pretty well. Plus, I got my Smith Center Redmen Lady Red sweatshirt on to cut down on the bugs. Got that from Lizzie last year. Marty Clark posted Mike Rogers played about 300 yards on Ellenwood in 1982. Thanks for that info. Blast from the past for all you folks out there who are older than dirt. I'm older than the earth. Anyway, hope you all enjoyed these football games. Let me see here. I gotta go here. I'll be coming back on the field. Here we go, Redman.
Wald, Hossman, and Ricker all to the right. Colby Hines going to stand behind his younger brother Drew in the pistol set. So trips to the right, one man to the left. As Drew Hines looks right, he pump fakes under pressure, passes off. It's picked up by Bentley Montgomery, his second interception. Back-to-back weeks, the sophomore safety comes away with an interception, and this time it sets the Redmond up. Great position again. 1st and 10 from the Eagle 14-yard line.
Montgomery playing sneaky back there as he kind of got behind his line, crouched down, let that pass come out, and he's seen it, just jumped in front of it, catching it. So great job there by Bentley Montgomery, kind of playing his sneaky role there. Came up, got in his cover spot, got behind his line as it looked like it was supposed to probably be a screen by the Eagles. Montgomery didn't allow that screen to happen.
Minute 45 and counting left to go here in this first quarter. The Smith Center Redmond lead it 21-0. They start this drive at the Eagle 14-yard line. Yeager has the wishbone set behind him. There's a snap. They hand this one off to Maxwell. Maxwell finds an opening. He's going to go in, runs over an Eagle at the goal line, and Chase Maxwell, this time from 14 yards out, to put the Redmond up 27-0. The minute 22 left to go in the first quarter.
Well, at the goal line, you want to make the contact. the Eagle. I'm not sure who it was, but he sat down, let Maxwell have the momentum, and Maxwell just lowered the shoulder, lower the boom, goes right over top and into the end zone. So Maxwell from 14 yards out with authority.
So Chase Maxwell gets into the end zone. Freddie comes out to kick the extra point. Lambert's kick is up, and this one is a good as well. So Lambert's kick good, makes it 28-0 with 1:22 left to go in this first quarter. The Redmen lead the Ellenwood Eagles. So we'll take a quick timeout. We'll be back with more first quarter action as you're listening to Redmen football on KQMA.
Thank you, everybody, for watching. Oh, they have the homecoming candidates. This year's homecoming candidates are front row, J.C. Charbonneau, Candace Freidendahl, Farron McCoy, and Alex Schmidt. And the King candidates are Nate Hendrich, Griffin Kugler, Freddie Lambert, and Charlie Timmons. So, homecoming coming up this week. So come on next week when Smith Center plays football at Harvard Stadium. So come on out, enjoy the game, and watch the festivities. Smith Center will be taking on Sacred Heart. Grumpy people from the Sacred Heart. We had a tussle with them last year. Some lady went crazy. And of course, Smith Center, that Saturday after, is going to Oisington. And then the next week, Smith Center is going to be playing at home. Go, Lady Red, go, Redmen.
15 has a blocker in front of him at the 20, cuts back there, and he's going to be brought down quickly. Whole host of Redmond there. Luke Franklin there. Looks like Hendrich is there. Wilkinson is there. Sass is there. There's a whole host of Redmond that time.
There's about 6 Redmond that got there about the same time. I wasn't going to try to pick out who was who. As, like I said, they all hit there at the same exact time, and there was nowhere to go. So Redmond down the field quickly in coverage.
Started their own 23-yard line this time to the Ellenwood Eagles. 1:02 left to go in the first quarter. Smith Center Redmond lead it 28-0. So we wait the Eagles to come out here on offense. Drew Hines breaks the huddle. Sends Zink and Ricker to the left. It is Klepper and Ringwald to the right. Ringwald goes in motion right to left on your radio dial. They're going to fake they are going to hand it off, and that is going to be Colby Hines. And he was hit quickly by the Redmond defense.
Colby Hines might have got off of one tackler, but as soon as he spun around to get himself back to the line of scrimmage, Raby just came in there and just put his helmet right in the chest and dropped him to the ground.
So, loss of about 1 on the play. Ball at the 22-yard line. 35 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Smith Center leads 28-0. Sell heads to the sideline. Kirchhoff comes back in at linebacker. Luke Franklin also out there at linebacker. Yeager, Hendrich, Kugler, and Pickney, the secondary. Sass again, and Luke Franklin, the linebackers. Looks like Alex Wilkinson in that defensive tackle now for the Redmen. They hand it off to Colby Hines again, and he's going to be hit quickly by Charlie Timmons and brought down at the 25, so gain of 3 on the play. That's probably going to do it, though, for the first quarter. So after 1, the Smith Center Redmond out to an early lead, 28-0. We'll take a timeout as you're listening to Redmond football on KQMA.
So it's nice to have homecoming and Old Settlers Day at the same time. Kind of everybody can come home and be festive. Good, the band's playing. And we're going into the second quarter here. They're throwing stuff at us. So come on out and enjoy the Old Settlers Day. I haven't seen the happenings and what's going on for Old Settlers Day, but I believe you can go to smithcenterkansas.com. Oops. and find out what the festivities are about. And the theme is Heart of the Nation, still beating strong. So there's lots of stuff going on in Smith Center, so come on up to Smith Center and enjoy the crazy stuff in the Old Settlers Day. The parade and festivities, they usually have a dances on Friday and Saturday night. I haven't looked at the calendar schedule, so let's see what happens. Go, Redmen.
5-yard line. Hines brings him out. I formation. His brother Colby dots the I. He's going to be hitting the backfield. Jake Sass back there quickly. Read that perfectly and met him in the backfield. Going to be a loss of 2 on the play. Back to the original line of scrimmage. It'll be 4th down and 10. Kugler and Montgomery back deep to receive for the Redmond this time. Stolsatz gets set to kick off for the Eagles. He'll punt this one away. 11:28 left to go here in this first quarter. 28-0, Smith Center leads. Stolsatz able to get this one off. End over end kick. Montgomery picks it up at the 46. He's up to the 40. Breaks the tackle at the 30. And that's where he's going to be brought down. Broke the tackle about the 35, and he's going to be ridden down just close to the 30-yard line. Looks like they're going to mark him down at the 31.
Good job just finding a hole now and squeaking through, getting some yards upfield on that one, getting a decent starting field position here once again for the Redmen.
So I'm going to start at the Eagle 31-yard line. So here comes that Redmond offense. Yeager sets him down. They go with the broken bone as a Kugler and Hendrich split out to the right. Kugler goes in motion. They flip it to him. Kugler has to try to get around one guy, and then he's going to be brought down. But he is going to gain a couple. First carry of the year for Griffin Kugler.
Kugler got to the outside edge, and there was an Eagle just sitting there waiting. Kind of got left open there as I think he came up from the linebacker spot, stepped in the hole that Kugler was supposed to go through. So not a lot of room for Kugler to go, but he did gain a couple yards off of that.
First time we've seen the broken bone this season for the Redmond. Again, Hendrich and Kugler split out to the right. Yeager awaits the snap from Harrison Hape. There it is. They fake the handoff to Kugler, hand it off to Sass. Sass met in the hole, falls forward, and gains about 1 on the play.
Not a lot of room for Sass as he got through the line, got hit. Right as he got through, just kind of started to try to drag a guy, and then his leg slipped out from underneath him.
So we'll await the play here for the Redmond. See what they decide to do here, but that's the first time we've seen the broken bone this season. Because now they go back to the traditional bone. Maxwell, Hendrich, and Sass in the bone. Kugler split out to the right. Yeager awaits the snap. Hands this one off to Maxwell. Maxwell off the left side. He's got the first down and more. Maxwell tries to dive forward, and he's going to be short of the goal line, but another great run by Chase Maxwell. He's got the Redmond knocking on the door again with 9:47 left to go in this first half.
That was a big run by Maxwell. He tried to dive to get it a little bit. He could on that one as it's just one leg got taken out. Big gain almost in the end zone for Maxwell.
So it'll be first and goal for the Redmond. Ball at the 5-yard line. 9:43 left to go here in this first half. Wishbone set behind Yeager. Hendrich, Montgomery, and Sass. There's the handoff to Montgomery. Montgomery off the left side. Spins out of one tackle, and then he's going to be pushed back by a couple different Eagle defenders.
Montgomery fighting for every little bit of yards he could on that one. Kind of got stood up, spun one way, couldn't go that way, tried to spin back, and that's where he got dropped on. Otherwise, good fight there by Montgomery.
So, 9:05 and counting left to go in the first half. Smith Center leads 28-0. Second and goal from the Eagle 3-yard line. Kugler going to be split out to the right. Wishbone set behind Yeager. It's Montgomery, Sass, and Hendrich. There's the snap. They hand this one off to Hendrich. Hendrich dives forward. No signal yet. Touchdown, Redmond. Nate Hendrich from 3 yards out puts the Redmond up 34-0 with 8:42 left to go in this first half.
Hendrich hit the line of scrimmage, just dove to get up in the air, make it a little bit harder to bring him down, able to get stretched out, get across the goal line, get that touchdown for the Redmen.
So a 3-yard dive for Nate Hendrich. His first touchdown of the ball game. As Freddie lines up for the extra point. And they're going to fake it. Kugler's got the opening around the edge, and he's going to get in for 2. The Redmen now go up 36-0 with 8:42 left to go.
Nice little fake there by the Redmen. Kugler able just to outrun everybody, get to the edge, and waltz into the end zone for the 2-point conversion.
So a 5-play drive started at the Eagle 31-yard line, capped off by a 3-yard run by Nate Hendrich, puts the Redmen up 36-0 after the 2-point conversion. We'll be back. More second quarter action as you're listening to Redmond football on KQMA. Okay.
Also known as the Whitforders. Come on, Whitforders.
Welcome back to Ellenwood. Jesse Ray alongside Robbie Gibson. 8:42 left to go in the first half. The Smith Center Redmond now lead 36-0 over the Ellenwood Eagles. Zink back to receive. Also back there is Ringwald. So Freddie Lambert getting set to kick off again here for the Redmen. Quick update for you. Early second quarter, Oakley leads El Saline 13-7. Lambert kicks this one deep. Hausman going to pick it up. He's up to the 30, and then he's going to be written down by a couple different Redmen. It looks like there was Luke Henry. First one to hit him. So the Eagles start at their own 30-yard line. 8:25 left to go in this first half. Start at their own 30. So we await the Eagle offense to come out. Here they come. Zink to the left. Ringwald to the right. Hausman, the tight end, on the right side. Hines will be under center. His older brother Colby going to dot the I. Ringwald, the fullback. There is the snap. They hand it off to Colby Hines. He's going to be met in the backfield as Freddie Lambert back there to hit him first.
Colby got the handoff, barely got to the back to the line of scrimmage before he was getting hit. This Redmond defense is getting through that line of scrimmage quickly tonight. Those defensive tackles really making it tough to run up through the middle.
Quick update for you. At the end of the first quarter, Norton and Russell scoreless. And Phillipsburg up 14-0 on Ellis. 7:55 and counting left to go in this first quarter. Smith Center leads Ellenwood 36-0. Chase Maxwell out there, defensive end. Tarek Kelch, Freddie Lambert the tackles. Colton Haresnape the other defensive end. Kickoff, Sass, and Tassell the linebackers. Here comes that Eagle offense. One man to the left, one to the right. Hines drops back to pass. He's under pressure, gets the pass off through the hands of Hausman and through the hands of Jake Sass as well. Going to be incomplete, brings up third down for the Eagles.
Sass was looking for the big hit, wasn't looking for the ball. Kind of had to throw his hands up to the last second. Didn't get it quite clamped. Otherwise, Sass would have had an interception. But for Drew Hines, that was probably a lucky break for him as that ball went just harmless to the ground.
So third down and 12 for the Ellenwood Eagles. 7:26 left to go in this first half. Smith Center leads 36-0. Alex Wilkinson in a defensive tackle. Pickney, Montgomery, Kelch, and Hendrich in at the defensive backs. Here comes the Ellenwood offense. 7:26 left to go in the first half. Swim Center leads 36-0. They go twins left, twins right. Hines stands in pistol with his brother Colby standing behind him. There's a snap. Hines back to pass. He's under pressure. Gets the pass off. Nice looking throw, but overthrows his intended receiver of Hausman. And it'll bring up 4th down for the Eagles.
Hines definitely has an arm, but there is a Redmond down.
So we'll take a timeout here for the injured player with 7:20 left to go in the first quarter, or in the first half. Swim Center leads 36-0. You're listening to Redmond football on KQMA.
How extremely unfortunate. Another injury. We'll see what they come up with here, if we can get up and go. Looks
Number
like a knee.
66, Mason Tassell. Let's give him a big hand.
Not a good deal. Oh, that's too bad. Prayers for him. Had a pretty good year this year, as he's in basketball also. So hope it's not a big injury. Maybe it's just a boo-boo, but it don't look too pretty from here. Well, darn.
4th down, 12 for the Eagles.
Redmond lead 36-0, and an unfortunate side here for the Redmond, Robbie. Mason Tassell being helped off of the field, so we hope everything's going to be all right with Mason.
You're right. I hope everything's all right with him and it's nothing too serious. Maybe just get over there, take a little rest, and be able to get back into this game.
So the Eagles line up 4th down and 12. Ball at their own 28-yard line, as it is again Stolsatz set back to punt the ball away. High snap. He brings it down, though. He does get the punt off. A high punt here. And it is Kugler picking it up. He's at the 45. Makes one man miss. He's going to return field. He's got a wall. Kugler's at the 45-40. He's got one man to beat at the 35. Still on his feet at the 30. And he finally gets dragged down inside the 30-yard line as Kugler had to reverse field. And all of a sudden, there was a wall in front of him. Luckily for the Eagles, a couple of them got through that wall.
Well, I liked how the Redmen were blocking also. They threw their hands up in the air and just started walking. We're not blocking them. We're just staying in front of them. So great job there by the Redmen realizing what's happening. But I'm wondering also if Griffin Kugler didn't forget his football cleats and brought his dance shoes. As he was dancing all over back and forth trying to get something going there. So great job there by Griffin Kugler realizing that he didn't have anything on one side of the field, reverses course, and goes the other way and gets a good return on that one.
7 minutes left to go in the first half. Swim Center leads 36-0. They start this drive at the Ellenwood 29-yard line. Kugler split out to the right as the Redmen go left to right on your radio dial. Yeager in the quarterback. Hendrich, Sass, and Maxwell. The wishbone set as they hand it off to Sass. He's met in the backfield, but still fights his way forward for a gain of about 1. See where they spot him down, but it's a short gain this time for Jake Sass.
Definitely got to hand it to the Eagles defensive line there. They're doing a great job right there at the point of attack, right at the center, to make sure that those two holes are closed. Sass having a tough time getting through them, but the Eagles defensive line holding strong right there in the middle.
6:35 and counting left to go. Short gain on the play for Jake Sass that time. Brings up 2nd down and 9. Yeager awaits the snap from Colton Hairsnape. There it is, a low snap, but Yeager able to control it. Gets it to Hendrich. Hendrich stiff arm at the 25, falls forward close to the 21 as that was Ricker that was the recipient of that Hendrich stiff arm.
Hendrich just about broke that one. Ricker able to, as he got stiff arm, fall down and just sling those arms out there, able to catch in between the thigh pad and the knee pad of Hendrich and just yank it backwards. So able to get Hendrich just tripped up and take him down that way.
So it will be 5:55 and counting left to go in the first quarter. 3rd down and looks like 3 for the Redmen. Ball at the 21-yard line. Kugler split out to the right. Hendrich, Sass, and Maxwell in the backfield. Wishbone set behind Nathan Yeager. Yeager gets the snap, fakes the handoff to Sass, gives it to Maxwell. Maxwell's going to be brought down quickly, but should have enough for the first down.
Maxwell hit the hole hard. Eagles able to flow to it, get him wrapped up right at the first down line, but Maxwell able to get that first down out of it.
Ball going to be spotted at the 18-yard line for the Redmen. 5:28 and counting left to go here in the first quarter. The Redmen lead it 36-0. So 1st and 10 at the Eagle 18-yard line. Kugler split out to the right. Wishbone set behind Yeager. There's a snap from Hairsnape. They hand it off. No, Yeager keeps it himself. Yeager tries to get to the first down marker. He's to the sideline. He's got the dive forward. Let's see. Touchdown, Redmond. Nathan Yeager from 18 yards out. He got to the corner and found the end zone with 5 minutes left to go in this first half.
I believe that's Yeager's longest run of the season so far at 18 yards, punching in for the touchdown. Nice job pulling out and getting to the edge, and then just turning on his jets to get down the sideline, going right in front of the bench to get in there.
So, 18-yard run for Nathan Yeager. Puts the Redmond up with 5:01 left to go in this first half. As Freddie comes back out. Freddie Lambert set to kick the extra point. As this time Lambert boots it up, and this one is good. So 43-0, Smith Center leads with 5:01 left to go in this first half. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back with more first half action right after this as you're listening to Redmond football on KQMA. Okay.
Got a little band music here. And the cheerleaders are doing the cheerleader thing, so too bad about Cassell. Hopefully it won't be career ending. He's a senior, isn't he? Cassell? He's a junior? Okay. Well, that is just, you hate to see that happen, any kind of injury, but those knee injuries have just shut everything down. So come on out and enjoy homecoming next week and Little Settlers Day. And Redmond, I believe, are playing Ellis, so bring it up.
43-0. Smith Center leads Ellenwood. Lambert out to kick for the Redmond. Zink and Ringwald out to receive a said kick. Redmond break their kickoff huddle. They get set to kick this one away. Again, the Redmond lead at 43-0. 5:01 left to go in the first half. Lambert boots this one, and the Eagles control it. They're up to the 20, 25, and going to get brought down just past the 30-yard line. There is a flag right here in front of us, though. Looked like somebody jumped off sides or what the call might be.
I believe it's going to be one of the Eagles jumped off sides. It looks like one of them right off the kick went to target like Lambert and just fly up at him, and I believe he broke the line of scrimmage before he could.
Matthew Cook on the return that time for the Eagles. So will be Eagle football. 4:51 left to go in the first half, and the Smith Center Redmond up 43-0. So we await the official call here. It's been a pretty clean first half for both teams. The Eagles have one penalty for 5 yards. The Redmond, no penalties here in the first half so far.
Well, I'm not sure what they called as the ball is, oh, they're waving it off.
Flag.
There we go.
All right, so it'll be 1st and 10 for the Eagles, ball at their own 32-yard line. Their best starting field position of the ball game so far. Zink to the left. Twins to the right. Hines stands in the pistol with Colby Hines behind him. High snap. Hines controls it, gives it to Colby Hines, and needs to be brought down quickly. Did he hand that off as he was about to go down? I think so. As the Eagles got up to the 33, so gain of 1 on the play. So, 2nd down and 9 for the Redmond. Clock continues to roll with 4:20 left to go in the first half. 43-0. The Smith Center Redmond lead the Ellenwood Eagles. Zink to the left. It's going to be trips to the right. Hines stands in the pistol with Colby Hines standing behind him. Gets the snap. Runs the option. Colby gets it. Colby going to be brought down quickly as Jake Sass follows him and brings him down along with the help of Bentley Montgomery. So that'll bring up third down for the Eagles.
Right decision there made by Drew Hines to flip that one out there and give the pitch out to Colby, but
I'm guessing Colby wasn't thinking it was the best play.
Well, there wasn't a whole lot of room for him to go, but it was a good play as the quarterback read that right. As a freshman, he read it the right way, got the flip out there, but unfortunately for Colby, there just wasn't anything there.
So 3.5 minutes left to go in the first half, and the Smith Center Redmond lead 43-0 as the Ellenwood Eagles await their young quarterback to bring the play in from the sideline. Here comes Drew Hines with the play for the Ellenwood Eagles. Again, 43-0. The Smith Center Redmond lead the Ellenwood Eagles here in Ellenwood on this Friday night. Week number 3 of Kansas High School football with 3:10 and counting left to go here in the first half. Zink split out to the left. It is going to be, again, trips to the right. And now we have a whistle here. Going to be a delay of game on the Eagles. So instead of 3rd down and 9, it'll be 3rd down and 14.
As I thought that was taking a little bit while to get that play called in there.
2:58. But hey, now they're right on the ball and ready to go as Hines again in the pistol set. Colby Hines stands behind him, trips to the right, Zink to the left. There's a snap. Looks right, goes right, and incomplete pass as that was a Ringwald, the intended receiver. And a Pickney in coverage for the Redmen.
Hines got the snap and just chucked that thing out there for Ringwald to run underneath. Just led Ringwald a little bit too far. Ringwald was starting to get that step out in front of Pickney, though, so not a bad play call, just led him a little bit too far.
So, Stolzatz back into punt for the Eagles. Kugler back deep, and Montgomery back deep as well for the Redmen. 2:42 left to go in the first half. Smith Center leads 43-0. Stolzatz get this one away. High punt here as the Redmen just going to let it bounce. And it does take an Eagle bounce as this will be the first time the Redmen started their own territory at their own 41-yard line.
As there will be a flag on the play, it'll be running into the kicker on the Redmen. Not sure which one it was. They got back there, tried to stall up, but just kind of stumbled and fell into the kicker. Just kind of hit the kicker a little bit, enough to make the ref throw the flag.
2:29 left to go into this first half. The Smith Center Redmond lead 43-0.
Or, well, maybe they're waving the flag off as well.
And looks like the Redmen are going to start at their own 41-yard line. Again, this is the first time they've started in their own field position, their own side of the field. They've started at the Eagle 28, the Eagle 11, the Eagle 35, the Eagle 14, the Eagle 31, and the Eagle 29. So the first time they've started on their half of the 50 in this game. So, with that, here comes the Redmond offense. Left to right on your radio dial. 2:29 left to go in the first half. Kugler split out to the right. Wishbone set behind Nathan Yeager. There's a snap. Yeager back to pass. He's looking for Kugler. Kugler's in double coverage. Throws it out there, and it's picked off. It is picked off. Stolzatz picks it off. Got both feet in. That's an interception in the NFL, Robbie, as he toe-tapped the sideline. And that's the first interception thrown by Nathan Yeager this year.
They try to go with the same play that the Eagles did, try to show off a little bit to Kugler, but that was just a great play there by the Eagles defense. Got Kugler in double coverage, able to get the ball into one of their own guys' hands, and like you said, he toe-tapped that sideline as he's going out, so that was an interception in the NFL, so great play there by the Eagles.
They'll start this drive at their own 30-yard line. A little bit of momentum there for the Ellenwood Eagles. First interception thrown by Yeager in on this young season. 2:22 left to go in the first half. Smith Center leads at 43-0. Zink split out to the left. Again, trips to the right. Hines stands in the pistol with Colby Hines standing behind him. Drew Hines gets the snap, looks right, goes right through the hands of Hausman. And a no call there, but it will be incomplete pass.
As that was supposed to be another little screenplay. The Eagles trying to get this ball out of Drew Hines' hands quickly with these screenplays. That time it would have worked. Just put a little bit too much on it. Slipped right through his receiver's hands.
So it will be second down and 10. Ball at their own 30-yard line with the clock stopped at 2:13. Smith Center leads 43-0 over the Ellenwood Eagles. Ringwald to the right. Zink to the left. I formation behind Drew Hines. Ricker, the fullback. Colby Hines dots the I. Redmond in a three-man front. There's a snap. They flip to Colby Hines. He tries to get around the left side. He's going to be brought down quickly as that was Bentley Montgomery flying up from his safety position to make that tackle.
Bentley Montgomery read that perfectly, got out there, got the sideline as a teammate, and just quickly got into Colby Hines and drove him right to the ground.
Going to be a loss of a couple on the play. Going to be 3rd down and 12. Ball at the Eagle 28-yard line. Minute 48 and counting left to go in this first half. Some center leads 43-0 as the Redmond down a three-man front. Timmons and Colton Harris-Snape the ends. Raby the nose guard. Kickoff, Luke Franklin. Also out there at linebacker is Chase Maxwell and Jake Sass. Yeager, Montgomery, Kugler, and Hendrich are the secondary for the Redmond. This time trips to the right. One man to the left. Drew Hines again in the pistol with Colby Hines standing behind him. Drew Hines awaits the snap. There it is. They're going to run the option to the right. Colby Hines gets it, and he's going to be buried by Bentley Montgomery behind the line of scrimmage. So another little loss here for the Ellenwood Eagles. Let's see. They're going to spot him down at the 20, right at the 24-yard line.
Great job there by the Redmond. Once again, read that option play, got in the backfield, and just planning Colby Hines before he could even get to the line of scrimmage.
So, ball at the 24-yard line. 44 seconds left to go in this first half. Griffin Kugler back deep to receive the punt from Stolsatz. The Redmond going jailhouse bullets here. Almost get it, but Kugler going to pick it up at the 45. Kugler makes one man miss at the 50. He's at the 45-40. Kugler up the Redmond sideline, and he's going to still be on his feet as he breaks a couple tackles, dances around a couple different Eagles defenders, gets it all the way back to the 30-yard line as that time, Kugler was making guys miss in a phone booth because they were all around him and somehow still got away and got back to the 30-yard line.
I'm telling you, I think he has dancing shoes on tonight as that's, once again, dancing around a couple defenders, able to get some yards off of it. So great job by Kugler, like you said, making defenders miss in a phone booth. There wasn't a lot of room to do anything, but able to get past them and get some more yards.
20 seconds left to go in the first half. Smith Center with the football as with that injury to Mason Tassell, well, Jacob Kickoff with that number 73, Robbie. He's at right tackle. He saw him play tight end, fullback last year. Now he's playing on the offensive line for the Redmond at right tackle with that number 73 on. Wishbone set behind Yeager. Yeager back to pass. Yeager looking, and does Lehman haul it in? They're going to say no, a little too low for Nolan Lehman that time.
You don't see Lehman slip out there very often, so when he slipped out, he was wide open. There was no one close, but Yeager left that ball a little short for him. Lehman went down. Unfortunate for him, just couldn't haul it in before it hit the ground.
14.4 seconds left to go in the first half. Smith Center leads 43-0. It'll be 2nd down and 10 for the Redmond. Ball at the Eagle 30-yard line. See what Coach Sass draws up here as Lehman, the tight end on the left side. They're going to go with the broken bone. Kugler and Hendrich split out to the right. Maxwell and Sass, the running backs. Maxwell moves from that right running back position to the left in the broken bone. There's the snap. They're going to go quick pass to Kugler. Kugler's got Hendrich out front. Kugler at the 30. He outruns the defender at the 20. Cuts back at the 15. Runs over another defender down to the 10-yard line with 5 seconds left to go here in this first half. And the Redmond call the timeout here, Robbie?
I believe they did.
It is a Redmond timeout. 5.3 seconds left to go in this first half. The Redmond lead 43-0. It'll be 1st and goal for the Redmond right at the 10-yard line. So we take a quick look here at some other scores as we'll just keep this one here as we're so close to halftime. Look in here, the Hatchet match up there. Hatchet game between Dodge City and Garden City. Zeros at halftime. Inman up 21-0 over Sacred Heart at halftime. Beloit up 20-0 in Concordia. At halftime, Thunder Ridge up on St. John's Beloit 12-7. Phillipsburg's up on Ellis 20-0. So the Panthers getting things rolling here. And homecoming at Panther Stadium. Victoria all over Trigo 30-8 at the end of the first half. TMP was up on Plainville in the second quarter 10-6. Hayes was up on Liberal in the second quarter 14-0. Osborne scores first against Lakeside 8-0. So there's some updated scores for you from around the area. 5.3 seconds left to go in our first half. Smith Center leads 43-0 as they are getting set here. First and goal from the 10. The Redmond huddle up here. Time for one more play. Maybe two if they decide to pass it and it goes incomplete. Lehman split out to Lehman the tight end on the left side. Wishbone set behind Yeager. That is Sass, Maxwell, and Hendrich. Kugler, the wide receiver on the right side. Yeager awaits the snap from Colton Harrisnape. There is the snap. They run the counter with Maxwell. Maxwell has daylight. He dives forward, and it's a touchdown. Chase Maxwell from 10 yards out with no time remaining in the first half. And the Redmond on the board again to make it 49-0.
Good run there by Maxwell. Brought out the little counter play with him. Haven't used it a whole lot, but when they do it, it opened up wide for Maxwell to get down the field and diving through the last two defenders to get into the end zone. So the Redmond going up big here into halftime.
So, see what the Redmond decide to do here. Looks like Lambert back out to kick. Kugler will be the holder. Jake Sass the snapper. Good snap, good hold. Kick is up, and Lambert's extra point attempt is good. So that's going to do it for the first half. The Smith Center Redmond on the board at the end of the first half with a 10-yard run by Chase Maxwell. Lambert's kick was good to make it now 50-0 at halftime. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back, wrap up the first half for you right after this. You're listening to Redmond Football on KQMA. Okay.
There's a shot of the cheerleaders and the folks that came down here to Ellenwood to sit in this bug fest. So hope you all enjoy what you're watching. And we'll be back here shortly. We're going to leave the stream going because it confuses people when it goes off. Push this red button. Okay. Oh, it will go off. Huh. That red button, no, it works. Push that red button. Huh. You have to be careful because sometimes Gower cusses. I asked Coach Lambert if they were going to run continuous clock, but he didn't know, but the way they run the clock so far, it's kind of been continuous sometimes anyway.
Again, the Redmond lead at 50-0. They led 28-0 at the end of the first quarter. They led 22-0 or they outscored Ellenwood 22-0 in the second quarter to lead a 50-0 here at halftime. Robbie, as we're getting set here for the second half,
From both schools,
what are you thinking?
be a running clock in the second half.
We'll have the running clock. I just heard him announce it.
You
So
asked me
running
that,
clock.
I heard him go saying but an agreement between both schools, so I stopped and I wanted to hear what he's going to say. So we got a running half here. As, you know, Ellenwood, they're not a horrible team. It's just, you know, their first part of the season, it's a rough one. And when you go against a team like Smith Center that has that tradition built in, it is tough to go against them. It's just now you're going to see, I think, for the Redmond, I wouldn't be surprised if probably you see the first starters out here for maybe the first few minutes of this third quarter, then you start seeing the guys come in that don't get a lot of playing time normally.
As a Kugler and Hendrich will be back deep to receive the punt.
So I did receive some information on Old Settlers Day. Dean says that they're going to have a Home on a Range movie. It's a free movie there at the Center Theater after the barbecue. And the medallion hunt begins on Monday. So go out and register for that. $150 in prize money. Saturday, there's going to be pool play. Trevor Rippey Memorial Softball Tournament at Joy Field. Men's slow pitch elimination. First place trophy costs $150 per team. So get your teams together and call Joe Stensbury. The second annual color run starts at 7:30. Go Redmen.
Second half, again, we'll have a running clock. Hines, a great kick here as Kugler going to get it about the 17. They fake the handoff. Kugler fakes it well. He's up the Redmond sideline. Kugler has blockers. Kugler has men in front of him. He's at the 50, 45, and he's finally written down at about the 45-yard line. So Kugler faked that well. Faked the handoff to Hendrich, held it to his side, even looked at Hendrich like he was running the ball, and all of a sudden Kugler turned on the boosters and got up the sideline and put the Redmond back on the Eagles side of the football field.
That's probably one of the best fakes I've seen from Redmond doing that for quite a while. That was work to perfection for him. I'm thinking Kugler might yell at one of his teammates because he had to slow down as one of his teammates got in front of him. He had to slow down, try to jump over him a little bit, and that allowed the Eagles to catch him. Otherwise, Kugler might have been getting into the end zone on that first kick return.
So the clock, again, is a continuous clock here in the second half, as we're already down to 11:08 and counting left to go here in this third quarter. The Redmond start this drive. First and 10 at their own, at the Eagle 44-yard line, as the Redmond hand this one off. And it was a fumble on the play. It's Tarek Kelchin at quarterback now, and it is going to be Eagle football. So a good start to the second half for the Ellenwood Eagles.
A little miscommunication there on the handoff. Ball went into the ground, right back to the line of scrimmage. Eagles quickly falling on top of that one to get a good field position for themselves here.
Best starting field position. They start at their own 45-yard line. Again, the clock continues to run. Just under 10 and a half to go in this third quarter. Smith Center leads 50-0. Kugler out there on defense. Pickney, Montgomery, and Hendrich. The defensive line, it looks like Kelch, Raby, Maxwell, and Colton Haresnape, Franklin, Kickoff and Sass are the linebackers. Luke Franklin getting quite a bit of playing time here now with, unfortunately, Mason Tassell on the sideline for the Redmen. Trips to the right, one man to the left for Drew Hines, the freshman quarterback for the Eagles. He pump fakes right. He's going to throw right. Has a man, and it's picked off by Griffin Kugler. Kugler stays on his feet. He's at the 40. He's at the 50. He's across midfield, has to find a running room, finds it, and he's all the way down inside to the 40-yard line. There is a flag in the backfield, though, but another great play by Griffin Kugler to put the Redmond on the Eagles side of the 50-yard line with the interception. We have a flag in the backfield. We have a flag on the sideline. I know this one's blocking the back. I don't know what that one is.
I'm thinking that one's going to be roughing the passer, as there was 2 Redmen that hit the quarterback on that one, but as the refs discussed what it was, Jackson Pickney, he was right there as well to get that interception. Kugler comes down with it. He looks and kind of holds his hands up like, why'd you jump over top of me? But Kugler easily went over top of Pickney as well and grabbed that one.
Personal foul on the Redmen. And that's the one you saw there in the backfield, Robbie. So Kugler got it all the way back down to the 39-yard line, but the Redmen going to be pushed back here. Be 15-yarder on Smith Center.
I believe that's Smith Center's first penalty of the game.
It is. So because of that, it erases the interception, and the Eagles on the Redmond side of the field for the first time in this ball game. They have 1st and 10 at the Redmond 40. Their first down of the ball game as well, coming by way of a Redmond penalty. So take Griffin Kugler's interception off, and we have 1st and 10 for the Eagles at the Redmond 40-yard line. Clock continues to roll with 8:12 left to go in the third quarter, and the Redmond up 50-0. Now, flags flying everywhere.
Who jumped
see
first?
If it's going to be a false start on the Eagles or encroachment on the Redmen. Let's see here.
I've seen blue helmet or blue jerseys moving, and I've seen red helmets moving. So who went first?
Encroachment on the Redmen. So back-to-back penalties by the Redmen. So now it's 1st and 5 for the Eagles. Again, their best field position in the ball game. 35-yard line of the Redmen. Drew Hines under center. I formation behind him. Ricker, the fullback. His brother Colby dodges the eye. Colby gets his swing pass, and he's going to be buried in the backfield. Chase Maxwell brings him down, and then they're going to say that Colby Hines was down, as Chase Maxwell and Luke Franklin both there for the Redmen to bring Colby Hines down in the backfield.
Colby Hines got there, got hit, and that ball hit the ground, and it exploded out of his hand. So good quick call there by the refs, making sure that it was down. Otherwise, Kugler pushed his guy off him, picked it up, and there was no one in front of him. He was going to take that one all the way back.
We were going to get to see how fast Griffin Kugler really is.
We were, with no one in front of him, no one behind him really able to catch him.
Loss of 4 on the play. 2nd down and 9 for the Ellenwood Eagles, as Drew Hines brings the play in. Just under 7 minutes of counting left to go in the third quarter. The Smith Center Redmond lead 50-0. Zink split out to the left. Ringwald to the right. Osmond, the tight end on the left side. I formation behind the freshman quarterback, Drew Hines. Colby Hines dots the I. They run the option play with Colby Hines. He's going to be buried in the backfield by Luke Franklin, the freshman, making the play for the Redmen.
And Drew with a quick pitch on that one. Had some time. He could have read that one a little bit longer, but hitting that quick pitch out to Colby, not a whole lot going for him, as Colby got it. Had to try to run another 4 or 5 yards to get to the edge of everything before he could try to cut up field.
Loss of another 5, so it's going to be 3rd down and 14 for the Ellenwood Eagles. Ball at their own, or at the Redmond 44-yard line. 6:05 and counting left to go in the third quarter. Smith Center leads 50-0. We see Nolan Lehman, Freddie Lambert, Alex Wilkinson, along with, Chase Maxwell on the defensive front for the Redmond. Kickoff, Sass, and Franklin, the linebackers. There's a snap. Hines pump fakes, looks right. He's under pressure. There's 4 Redmen in his face. Gets the pass off and incomplete, as Ricker, the intended receiver, as Drew Hines running for his life, as the entire front 4 for the Redmen got through there that time.
Drew doing the right thing there. Got out of the pocket, launched that one downfield towards one of his players, put it up a little bit high. A little bit dangerous slow, but comes up with a good play for himself, as that just fell to the ground for an incomplete pass.
So brings up 4th down and 14 for the Ellenwood Eagles. Ball at the Redmond 44-yard line. 5:15 and counting left to go. Stolzatz getting set to punt the ball away. Kugler back deep to receive. As Stolzatz just getting this one off, drops down at the 30, takes an Eagles bounce to the 20, down inside the 20 to the 19-yard line is where the Redmen will start this drive with 5 minutes left to go into this third quarter.
Not sure if one of the Redmen might have got a little bit of a fingertip on that one as it came off, and there was a couple Redmen right there with their hands up. So Redmen might have been able to tip that one just a little bit.
Just the second time the Redmen started in their own side of the 50 in this ball game. Their worst field position to start a drive, their own 19-yard line. 4.5 minutes of counting left to go here. Pickney going to be split out to the right. Luke Franklin, the fullback. Bentley Montgomery in there at running back. Kelch, the quarterback. Fumbles the snap, picks it up, going to fall forward. See, it looks like he got back to the line of scrimmage. Brings up second down for the Redmen. Just under 4 minutes left to play in this third quarter. Kelch gets the snap this time. And let's see, Hendrich the carrier that time. Going to bring up third down for the Redmen. The ball up to the 27-yard line. They're down in about 4 for the Redmen. Again, Wishbone set behind Kelch. 3:25 and counting left to go here in the third quarter. They hand this one off to Montgomery. Montgomery spins at the line of scrimmage and he's going to be stood up. Nice defensive effort that time by the Eagles.
You said the Eagles doing a good job that time, getting a defensive stand there, causing a fourth down. Montgomery got to the edge, but there was nothing else going other than getting to the edge.
So gain of 2 for Montgomery. Going to bring up 4th down and 2 for the Redmen. 3 minutes left to go in this third quarter. Smith Center leads 50-0. We do have a running clock here in this second half. Sass, that's Cade Sass, the tight end on the left side. Pickney, the wide out to the right. Wishbone set behind Kelch, Montgomery, Hendrich, and Franklin. Now we have a flag on the play. Must have been some movement up front there. It's going to be false start on the Redmen, so that'll push them back 5 yards. 4th down and 7.
Yes, I believe the Redmen went with the hardest count on that one, trying to get the Eagles to jump off sides, but instead getting themselves to jump off sides.
Well, I see Griffin Kugler coming in here. The Redmen looking like they're going to punt this ball away with 2:15 and counting left to go in the third quarter. Smith Center leads Ellenwood 50-0. First punt of the ball game for the Redmen is Kugler. Going to be standing about his own 14-yard line as the Redmen continue to substitute players in here to get everybody in on punt team. So Kugler drops back all the way to his own 10-yard line. High snap, corrals it though. Has time. Booming punt here for Griffin Kugler as it pushes the Eagles all the way back inside their own territory to the 39-yard line as that took a little bit of a Redmond bounce and a little bit of an Eagles bounce all at the same time. It went kind of straight up in the air, came back down and rolled about 2 yards for the Redmen.
As it looked like it was about to take a good Eagles bounce, like you said, it hit the ground, went up, kind of fell down, and then took the bounce for the Redmen. So good punt there by Kugler, really flipping the field position here as the Redmen were pinned deep. Now they flipped it out where at least they're back towards midfield.
So the Eagles back on their side of the field. Start at their own 39-yard line as Pickney in there, Montgomery in there, Kelch and Hendrich, the secondary. Let's see, it looks like coming in for the Redmen, Ryan Stocker going to be in there, Cade Sass in there, Luke Franklin in there, looks like also in is Garrett Warner. Let's see, Freddie Lambert's in there. Let's see, Nolan Lehman's in at defensive end and Alex Wilkinson in there as well. So that's your Redmond defense here with 47 seconds left to go in the third quarter. The Redmen up 50-0. Stolzatz now the quarterback. They hand it off to Colby Hines. He's going to get a nice gain here up to the 45, gain of 6, second down and 4.
Biggest gain of the night here for the Eagles right there, 6 yards. Had a nice hole for Colby Hines to slip through. Got some good yards upfield with it.
Here into the ball game now for the Redmen. Dylan Tassell in. Let's see. Comes the Eagle offense. Stolzatz again in at quarterback now for Drew Hines. There's a snap. They hand it off to Colby Hines again, this time off the left side, and he may have got a yard on the play before he's pushed back by a whole host of Redmond. So that's going to do it for the third quarter. It'll be third down, and we'll call it 2 for the Eagles when we come back for the fourth quarter. You're listening to Redmond Football on KQMA.
And on www.usd237, next tech channel 165. Let's see here. The parade, after the parade, as I said, there's going to be the movie at the theater. From 8 o'clock to 10 o'clock, Biscuits and Gravy at the Christian Church. Old Settlers King and Queen ceremony at 10:30. Parade at 11 o'clock. Free barbecue in the People's Bank driveway. Parking lot. Kid activities. Next Tech train rides. 3 wheeled trikes. So, free dance, music will kill with Kill Creek Crossing at 8:30 at the fairgrounds. Beer garden, 2 to 12 a.m. on 118 West Court Street. Huh. Well, that's not my house. Laser tag at Wagner Park from 5 to 8 p.m. Cornhole tournament and beer garden. Check on Facebook. I'm on there, and I posted on my Facebook poster. So go Redmond.
7-yard line. The line to get is the 49. Stolzatz, the quarterback. One man to the left, one to the right. I formation. Stolzatz, and now there's a flag. I believe Colby Hines took a little step there, so that'll push him back.
Trying to get a little bit of a head start to get to the hole a little bit faster there. Ref caught it.
He tried.
I mean, got to give him an A for trying at least. A for effort.
Stolzatz comes to the sideline to get the play from Coach Nuss. Again, the clock continues to run here in the second half. We've had continuous clock throughout the entire second half here. Into the ball game for the Redmen, Tegan McKenzie in. 11:25 and counting left to go in this ball game. Smith Center leads 50-0. Stolzatz enters the huddle. Going to be third down and 7 for the Ellenwood Eagles. Ball at their own 42-yard line. High formation. T formation, and the pistol says Stolzatz back to pass. Gets the pass off and incomplete, as falling backwards was Lance Henry in coverage for the Redmen.
Oh, Lance Henry falling backwards. That pass was left way short for the receiver there for the Eagles. Henry barely able to get it as it was falling short on him.
So, fourth down and 7 for the Ellenwood Eagles. A quick update for you on our other game going on tonight on AM 1490 KKN and online at KKNKQMA.com. Phillipsburg homecoming for the Panthers. They lead Ellis in the third quarter 30-6. Again, continuous clock here in our ball game. 10:18 and counting left to go here, and the Smith Center Redmond lead at 50-0. Stolzatz brings the play back in for the Ellenwood Eagles. The season at quarterback here in the second half. Be Zink to the left, one man to the right. Stolzatz stands in the pistol with backs to either side. There's a snap. He looks left. Under pressure, gets the pass off, and incomplete as Zink had it in his hands. He had the first down, but unfortunately couldn't haul the pass in. Turnover on downs, Redmond football.
That pass slipped out there fairly quickly. Zink not able to get his hands clamped, as like you said, it hit his hands, went right through, which he had the first down and more on that one.
So 9:37 left to go here in the ball game. Smith Center has it 1st and 10 at the Ellenwood 42-yard line. And Smith Center leads 50-0. Well, there's Luke Franklin, Bentley Montgomery, Cade Sass. Also in there is, looks like a Dylan Tassell. Alex Wilkinson in the ball game. Jackson Pickney in there. Tarek Kelch will be your quarterback. Caden Weltmer in on the offensive line. Also in there, looks like Eli Franklin in on the offensive line. We'll try to get all the Redmond players in here for you as Kelch going to hand this one off to Montgomery. Montgomery hit right away, and he's going to be brought down to the backfield.
Montgomery with a loss of yards on him. Looks about a loss of 3 on that one. Not a lot going for Montgomery. He gets the handoff and barely able to get even to his corner before he's getting blown up.
Looks like into the ball game now for the Redmen is going to be Lane Campbell in at left tackle. Kelch awaits the snap. There it is. Good snap this time. They're going to hand this one off to Alex Wilkinson. He breaks one tackle, and he's going to fall forward close to the first down marker. Looks like he may be just short. Great run there by Alex Wilkinson.
Great job there by Wilkinson, quickly getting upfield, able to cut through the hole and get downfield quickly, getting almost that first down. So
going to be just short. It's going to be 3rd down and 1. Unfortunately, there is an Ellenwood Eagle on the ground, so we'll take a timeout. 8:03 left to go in the ballgame. Smith Center up 50-0. You're listening to Redmond Football on KQMA.
And on www.usd237.com. Next Tech Channel 165 for those of you who have cable. And on the Smith Center Redmond YouTube channel. So we try to put the games and matches on whenever we can, whenever we have decent internet. I'm not sure about Belleville tomorrow. I've had problems there in the past with the Belleville internet not working consistently at some locations. And we're moving to going to be in the new gym there at Belleville, so we'll see what happens. I'll take my Next Tech router, but I'm not sure how well that will work. We've had problems in some constructed buildings, especially if they're metal. So come on out and enjoy some volleyball at Belleville tomorrow. Come out and enjoy football at Smith Center or at next Friday with the homecoming. And enjoy the Old Settlers Day festivities. And come out and enjoy Lady Red volleyball at Ellis on Tuesday. So lots of things going on here this next week. So come out, pick up on the Old Settlers Day activities, get your medal, come out and do some jogging, and play some games, drink some beer, whatever you want to do. Lots of things to go look at the tractors. Come and watch the movie, the Home on the Range movie there. Pretty entertaining. Mitch Holtis plays a radio announcer. So good times. Go Redmen, go Lady Red, go Smith Center.
Let's go. No, I need it back.
3, 2, 1.
And welcome back as the Smith Center Redmen pick up the first down. Luke Franklin on the carry that time for the Redmen. Picks up the first.
Good little run there by Franklin. Got the handoff, hit the hole, stood up, but kept his feet driving. Able to pick up the first down just by driving his own feet.
Ball at the Ellenwood 30-yard line as Kate Sass heads to the sideline for the Redmen. Pickney, the wide receiver, split out to the right. It is Leonard Schlatter in at tight end. Kelch, the quarterback. They're going to hand this one off to Benji Carr. Carr going to pick up a couple. Nice little pickup there on first down. Looks like they're going to give him a gain of 5, so down to the 25. 2nd down and 5 for the Redmen. 6:45 left to go here in the ball game. Smith Center up 50-0. Pickney split out to the right. Wishbone set behind Kelch. It's Carr, Wilkinson, and Franklin. Alex Wilkinson, that is. This time, Kelch going to keep it himself. He follows his blockers. Kelch cuts back. He's got the first down, stumbles, and finally going to be brought down. A nice pickup there by Tarek Kelch to pick up the first down for the Redmen.
Kelch with a nice gain going to the outside. Like you said, follow his blockers, got out there to the corner and just turned on the Jets, got down the field quickly for a really nice gain for the Redmen.
All the way down to the 12-yard line. Oh, they mark him at the 11, excuse me. So 1st and 10 from the 11 for the Redmen. Inside the red zone for the 7th time in this ball game. This time it is going to be Ian Doan out to the right for the Redmen. Kelch awaits the snap. There it is. They go off the left side with Wilkinson. Wilkinson finds a hole, spins through, breaks a couple tackles. He's dragging Ellenwood Eagles across, and let's see. It looks like he's just short of that end zone, but what a great tough run by Alex Wilkinson that time.
Wilkinson doing everything he can to push that pile, able to break some tackles, push some people. Just maybe barely got the first down marker.
It looks like there's an Ellenwood player down, so we'll take a timeout here with 5:18 left to go. So center up 50-0. They're knocking on the door, as it looks like they did give Wilkinson the first down. So 1st and goal from the 1 when we return, as you're listening to Redmond Football on KQMA.
And on WWW.UST237 and Next Tech Channel 165 and the Smith Center Redmen YouTube channel. There goes. I'd like to thank our sponsors. If you'd like to be a sponsor, you can send money to Smith Center Junior Senior High School, 300 Roger Barta Way, Smith Center, Kansas, 66967. And we'll put your money to good use. We're having some problems. I'm not sure if it's with the link or if it's with the camera. It tends to zoom out all of a sudden. But I believe when we had the problem the other night, if I unplugged the link, it quit doing that, but it's hard to say. That's the thing that makes it zoom in and out with the thing on the handle, rather than have to hold your hand up there. I'd like to thank Jack and Arlene Ben, Ken and Diane Depperschmidt, Dan and Keisha Archer. Got your name in there, Keisha. Landmark and CarQuest up there by the highway. Thank you for your contribution. Go up there, get you a tractor, some parts. And all kinds of other interesting green stuff. Jeffrey Charbonneau and Laura Hagman, thank you so much for your contribution. Michael and Claudia Sue Hintz, that's Ashlyn Long's grandparents. Curtis and Terry Overmiller, thank you. Matt and Alicia Brown, thank you. And Midwest Family Health there in Smith Center, Phillipsburg, Plainville, and Russell. Thank you for your contribution, for helping us out here. Go Redmen!
Makes his way to the sideline. The the Redmen knocking on the door. It's 1st and goal from the 1. 5:18 left to go in this ball game. Smith Center up 50-0. Tice McKenzie split out to the right. Cade Sassa tied in on the left side. Kelch the quarterback. Carr, Alex Wilkinson, and Luke Franklin the backs as they hand it off to Franklin. Franklin finds the hole on the left side and he scores from 1 yard out. Luke Franklin makes it 56-0 with 5:08 left to play in this ball game.
That was a big hole for Franklin to get through. That was a good opening there by the Redmond line. Getting off the stance, getting in those blocks, and making a hole for Franklin to walk right into the end zone.
So let's see what the Redmen decide to do here. And the Redmen going to line up to go for 2. Carr, Franklin, and Alex Wilkinson, the wishbone set behind Kelch. There's the snap. Kelch back to pass, and incomplete pass is Pickney, the intended receiver, so makes it 56-0. The Smith Center Redmen lead the Ellenwood Eagles as the clock continues to roll. 4:20 left to go in the ball game. You're listening to Redmond Football on KQMA.
So come on up to Smith Center next weekend and enjoy some festivities with homecoming and the football game. Lady Red will be traveling to Hoisington that day, as we typically go down there for Hoisington. I think Nick said the first match of the day is going to be with Phillipsburg, so that's always an interesting setup there when Smith Center and the Lady Panthers go at it. Both teams are doing a fine job this year, I believe, so that'll be I can't remember if they said if Phillipsburg won the other. I think they did win to beat Hill City and Hoxie. So Smith Center undefeated, Phillipsburg undefeated. So we'll see what happens there at Hoisington. just a short ways from this place here. But come on out and enjoy some festivities there. I think there's a dance on Saturday night. I didn't see a notation of one on Friday, but they have in the past one on Friday night. So just come to Smith Center and party like a pig. Go Lady Red. Go Redmen.
Ringwald back deep to receive for the Ellenwood Eagles. Franklin tees it up here for the Redmond.
For the Redmond is number 43, England Eagles 23, Matthew Cook, number 7, Cody Zink, number 42, Gage Hossman, number 10, Nathan Ringwald.
So, there's Franklin's approach, kicks this one away. And number 23 hauls it in, Cook, and he's going to be brought down quickly. Whole host of Redmond in on that tackle.
Cook came in flying up from the back, able to grab that one quickly and try to get something going, but the Redmond quickly down in that coverage, didn't allow much to go.
So the Eagles start at their own 32-yard line. Be 1st and 10 there as the clock continues to roll. 3.5 to go in this ball game. So center up 56-0. As see who the quarterback will be now, as again Drew Hines has been out this entire second half. And then we saw earlier this backup quarterback, Tyler Stolsatz, take a seat as well. As they handed off, fumble on the play. The Redmen might have recovered this one. And no signal yet. Alex Wilkinson in the backfield. He comes up with the ball, but let's see. Do they give it to the Redmen? And they do. So Alex Wilkinson with the strip and the recovery, and it will be Redmond football at the Eagle 28-yard line.
Wilkinson quickly in the backfield, hit Colby Hines with the ball, able to get on the side, grab the ball, rip out, and then find it, fall back on top of it, and just had a fight to get that ball, able to come up with it. So good heads-up play there by Wilkinson.
So Redmond take the ball back with just under 2.5 to go in the ball game, up 56-0. They start this drive at the Eagle 28-yard line. Alex Wilkinson, Benji Carr, and Luke Franklin in the backfield. They hand this one off to Carr. Carr follows Franklin through the hole. Carr stiff arms one player, runs through another, and Benji Carr can score from 28 yards out with 2:09 left to play in this ball game. Benji Carr with a great run right up the middle.
Benji Carr rumbling right through the middle. That was a great stiff arm as well. Got through there. The one guy coming at him, perfect angle for a stiff arm. Put it in his helmet, put him on the ground with it, and then just had to run over another one to get into that end zone. Great run there by Benji Carr.
2:08 left to play. The Redmond on the board again this time. Puts them up 62-0. 28-yard run by Benji Carr. As the Redmond going to line up to go for two here. Carr, Wilkinson, and Franklin behind Kelch. There's the snap. Kelch again to pass, this time right through the hands of Pickney. Again, 2-point no good with 1:18 and counting left to go here in the ball game. So center now up 62-0. You're listening to Redmond football on KQMA.
On an interesting note, the scoreboard guy stopped the clock at 4 minutes. I had continued to run a continuous clock, and it was down to 2:30 something. Well, he stopped the clock again. What the heck's up with that? This is continuous clock, dude. Maybe I'm off base, but I think continuous clock means continuous clock. If they would have run the continuous clock, the game would have been over by now, right? Whatever. I don't know that much about football, so here we go again. Go Redmen!
Here in Ellenwood, and the Smith Center Redmond lead 62-0 over the Ellenwood Eagles. Luke Franklin back to kick the ball off for the Redmond. Ringwald and Zink deep to receive for the Ellenwood Eagles. A 28-yard run by Benji Carr followed Luke Franklin right through the hole. Stiff-armed one and outran the rest. Found the end zone, and the Redmond again lead 62-0. Franklin boots this one. The Eagles pick it up at the 30. And going to be wrestled down quickly was Colby Hines. As that was Ryan Stocker in on the tackle for the Redmond. Minute left to play.
Stalker getting down the field quickly in coverage there, grabbing a hold of the back of the shoulder pads, spinning and just launching him to the ground. So great job there by Stalker getting down the field very quickly.
Ball at the Eagle 32-yard line, 45 seconds counting left to go in this ball game. Smith Center leads at 62-0. One man to the left, one to the right. Drew Hines back in there at quarterback now. High formation. Colby Hines dots the I behind his younger brother. There's a snap. They hand this one off to the fullback. That's Ricker. Ricker gets up to the 35. It looks like they give him the 37-yard line, so gain of 5, second down and 5.
Good job there by Ricker. Ran low, kept his feet moving, pushed the pile, able to get 5 yards off it. So Ricker doing what he needed to do from that fullback spot.
See if the Eagles even decide to run a play here as we're down to 8 seconds left to go. 5 seconds, and that's going to do it. The Smith Center Redmen shut out the Ellenwood Eagles 62-0. We'll be back to wrap this ball game up for you right after this as you're listening to Redmond football on KQMA.
Thank you, everyone, for watching. I hope you like what you're watching. If you do, please contribute. You can get free stuff on the internet all the time, but somebody has to make stuff work. So we get parts and things like that when we have the money. So I'd like to thank Brandon Henrich for helping out with the camera work, and Crazy Huffman over there. He runs the camera for the huddle film. So go Redmond. Go Lady Red. Come out and enjoy some sports next week. You're watching, I'm Alan Donovan. You're watching Redmen football on www.usd237 and X-Tech Channel 165 and the Smith Center Redmen YouTube channel. See you later. Push the 2 buttons.